Rolling back up for boil them cabbage down. We're going to be using a forward-backward roll for the majority of this. The time between chord changes is long enough that one roll will be done on a chord, and then it'll be time to go to the next one. Until we get to that fourth measure, we have a quicker chord change between the G and the D, and at that point we're going to go to a square roll, also known as an alternating thumb roll, that'll help us navigate those quick chord changes a little bit easier. And then we'll end the whole thing with a few notes and pinches. All right, so obviously we want to be good at the forward-backward roll, and if you want to know what that is, look at the first half of measure 1, right? Just where we're playing on that G chord. We're going to be playing the string numbers, right? If this little D string here where my middle finger is string 1, and this one is string 5, we're going to be playing 3, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1. Thumb, index, middle, thumb, middle, index, thumb, middle, right? That's the basic forward-backward roll, and it can be applied to different string sets, right, as long as we're using that same finger pattern. But we're just going to keep it on the same one to keep everything simple for you guys. And when we're switching chords, you want to make sure to have those chords kind of prepared and in the air, so you want your fingers curled and prepared and in the air. So when I'm playing measure 1, doing this first forward-backward roll, you can see that that C chord is prepared. It's ready to go for when I need to put it down, right? Right, and as you can see in measure 2, while I was playing the forward-backward roll on the open G chord, I kind of moved those fingers just a little bit to get them in place and ready to play that D7 chord. If you were going to practice this thing and aim for maximum efficiency in your practice time, use the focus feature to nail measure 1. That's going to get your forward-backward rolls and your G to C change. And then use the focus feature to nail measure 2. That's going to get your forward-backward roll with your G to D7 chord change. Measure 3 is the same as measure 1. So if we really practice measure 1 down, we don't really need to practice measure 3 until we're trying to put everything back together in context. And then you can practice measure 4, which I said is just a little bit different, using that alternating thumb roll for that quick G to D7 switch with the kind of note pinch thing there at the end. All right, I'm going to play through this to give you an example of how it sounds. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and, right? And then we play again because we have the repeat sign there. Now I just played it through one time for demonstration purposes. When you're practicing this, try to practice through a lot of times. We want to build some endurance. We want to be able to go 5 and 10 times through and play this thing till it's easy. Right? Whenever we're doing rolling backup, if we're playing with others, we're going to be doing a lot of it if we're playing in a jam session. So we really want to build that endurance. If you check out the licks, you'll find that we're just incorporating some slides and some hammer-ons to get a slightly more authentic bluegrass banjo sound. Right? For example, here's the lick in measure 1. Right, so we're still using that forward-backward roll on the C chord, but as you can see in the start of it when we're on the G, we've got a slightly different right hand pattern, which you might want to isolate and just do what the right hand is doing first, or what the pick hand, excuse me, for all you lefties out there, just do what the pick hand is doing first and then try to incorporate the slide. So if I was just isolating the pick hand, here's what that'd be. Right? And I knew to do that because I can see what string that we're playing, right? We're playing that 2nd fret D string, right? So if I'm just trying to focus on what the pick hand is doing, I'm just going to remove whatever fretted notes are there and practice what's going on with the pick hand. Make sure to use the focus feature to really nail those licks down before trying and incorporating them with the whole arrangement. All right, that's it for the rolling backup on Boil Them Cabbage Down. You guys jump in and have fun.